Hello there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training company passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial I am going to teach you how to pass a procurement officer interview. So it does not matter which company or organisation your interview is with, please make sure you stay tuned, you watch the presentation from start to finish, because it will make a huge difference to your preparation. And to achieve my goal of helping you pass your interview, this is what I will cover. I am going to give you a list of common procurement officer interview questions that I strongly advise you prepare for. I am going to give you brilliant, unique answers to tough procurement officer interview questions. I will give you some tips on how you can stand out during your particular interview. And I will also tell you about further resources you can get access to, including these very slides to help you succeed. So there's 4 reasons why you should stick around. And just very quickly, before we get going, a very warm welcome to this procurement officer interview presentation. My name is Richard McMunn. That is me there in the centre of the screen. I've been helping people for over 20 years now to pass their interviews. I always do that by giving you top scoring answers you can't find anywhere else. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I am uploading insider job training videos every day of the week, and I don't want you to miss out. Connect with me on LinkedIn. I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video, and make sure you give the video a thumbs up because that tells me you enjoy the content. Thank you. The first question, tell me about yourself. So this is going to be the first procurement officer interview question you will need to answer, and the best way to respond to it is to talk about the different skills, the qualities and the experience you have and what you will do in the role to add value to their organisation. So here is my example answer to the first procurement officer interview question. Tell me about yourself. I am a standards-driven, ambitious and professional procurement officer who understands the responsibility that comes with the role. Now, over the years, I have been keen to build up my skills and gain experience in a variety of different situations to ensure I not only maintain competence, but that I also provide consistent value for money for my employer. I am an excellent communicator, a strong negotiator. I will always follow strict rules and guidelines, and my attention to detail skills are second to none. Now, I appreciate you have lots of talented candidates to choose from, but I genuinely feel my diverse range of skills, my commitment to procurement, and the fact I will always keep my knowledge up to date and in line with industry trends and opportunities make me the perfect candidate for the position. Now that's a confident and positive response to that first question, tell me about yourself, and you can then move forward with confidence for the remainder of your interview. Now you can either pause the video if you want to and take a note of the questions and answers as we work through them together, or if you wait, I will tell you where you can download my full set of 24 procurement officer interview questions and top scoring answers, including the ones we are covering today. The next question. Why do you want to work for our organisation as a procurement officer? Now, the interviewer is looking to hear that you have carried out plenty of research into their organisation and that you plan staying working there for a lengthy period of time. Now, to be effective in procurement, you will need to build up sustainable, long-term relationships with suppliers and contractors. So here is my example answer to the common procurement officer interview question, why do you want to work for our organisation? I am at the stage in my career where I am looking for long-term employment with the same organisation. I believe that, to be effective in procurement, it is important to build long-term relationships with contractors, suppliers and stakeholders. You have an impressive track record of achievement. You want to continually improve and develop as an organisation, and based on the feedback I have received from former employees and current members of staff, this is an enjoyable and supportive place to work where I will be able to put my procurement skills and experience to good use. So that's another great answer that is allowing you to score highly during your procurement officer interview. Now, don't go anywhere because I still have more questions and answers to give you. But when you're ready, if you want to click that link in the top right-hand corner of the video, it will take you through to my website, passmyinterview.com, where you can download my full set of 24 procurement officer interview questions and top scoring answers, including the ones we are covering today. Here is the next question. Tell me a time when you had to communicate complicated information to someone. Now, accuracy in communication is crucial to any effective procurement process. And as the procurement officer, it will be your responsibility to ensure any information conveyed is concise and applicable to the organization's procurement needs. So here is my example answer to this tough procurement officer interview question. Tell me a time when you had to communicate complicated information to someone. I was involved in a procurement purchasing process in my last role, and whilst discussing our requirements with a supplier from overseas, I felt the information was not getting through due to the language barrier. Their English was not particularly good, and I was concerned the specification requirements were not going to be met during the production phase. With the permission from my senior manager, I hired the services of an interpreter, which we utilised during a conference call with the supplier. Whilst this took more time than I had hoped, it was essential the specification details were adhered to by the supplier, as there was no margin for error. Once the conference call had ended, I downloaded a copy of the call transcription so that we had proof of discussions in case we ran into problems later on down the line. Thankfully, everything was fine and the procurement process was eventually completed on time and to our desired specification. That is a brilliant answer because it shows you have the ability to think outside the box. You are using the services of an interpreter to make sure that the information gets conveyed accurately, and then you are also downloading the transcription as proof of discussions. The next question: what qualities do you look for in a supplier? This is a great procurement officer interview question because it is assessing your level of expertise in the role, and if you can't answer this question correctly, you will not get hired. Here's my suggested answer to help you. What qualities do you look for in a supplier? There are 10 qualities I always look for in a supplier. These are production capabilities. I want to see proof they can produce what is needed without limitation. Accountability for any problems that may occur is another quality. It is essential we get a fast response time whenever there are issues or problems. I look for smooth communication, a high level of expertise in the supply or production area, and ethical working practices. We do not want to be associated with a supply company who has substandard or unethical working conditions or practices. I also want to see they fully cooperate with the third-party quality control process if one is used. Finally, I want to see they are fully compliant from a regulatory perspective. They keep accurate records and they are open to building a positive long-term relationship that is mutually beneficial. So that is a great answer because you are focusing on a set number of qualities you look for, which is 10 in this case, and I have highlighted each of them in capitals there to help you. The next question: tell me a time where you had to get your point across when you knew you were correct and the other person was wrong. Now, this is a tough procurement officer interview question that is assessing your negotiation skills. Make sure you give a specific answer where you calmly got your point across using facts and evidence. So the question again is, tell me a time where you had to get your point across when you knew you were correct and the other person was wrong. Here's my example answer. A situation occurred recently in my previous role where I was discussing the procurement buying process with another manager from a different department within our company. He was adamant we did not need to use a third-party quality control process for the manufacturing of an external product we wanted to procure. To get my message across, I gave a short 10-minute presentation of the benefits of the quality control process and, more importantly, the risks that were involved by not utilising one. Although the chances of things going wrong were relatively slim, the danger to the organisation and our staff who would be using the product would be severe. I also stated our company insurance would most probably not be fit for purpose if we did not carry out the quality control process. After the presentation, he finally agreed with me that we should implement the quality control process. By remaining calm and by presenting facts and evidence, I was able to convince him this was the right course of action. So that's a brilliant response because it shows you can remain calm, you can use effective communication skills, and by using facts and evidence, you get your point across and the other person then concedes. So the next thing to do, make sure you click that link in the top right hand corner of the video. Go through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and take a look at my 24 Procurement Officer interview questions. Those are the ones I strongly recommend you prepare for. You also have the opportunity to download all of the answers in PDF format, including the ones I've covered within this presentation today. I hope you've enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe. Connect with me on LinkedIn. I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video, and please make sure you hit the like button. Thank you for watching. Have a brilliant day, and I wish you all the best for passing your procurement officer job interview. Thank you very much.